And we're streaming. I should text my mother to make sure she knows that. I need to play Risen 2. Somebody's just got Risen 3 and I've played Risen 1, so I really need to play Risen 2 and then play Risen 3. I started Risen 2, but I never really got that far into it. I got distracted. You know how it is. And a smiley face. There we go. Hopefully she doesn't text back because I've lost. I didn't lose my phone fell into the toilet and I had to throw away the case, so now it rumbles really badly whenever it's on a surface and it goes off. It's the worst. Yeah. That one.
No, that's impossible.
Oh yeah, her brother went missing because everybody thought leaving a blind guy unattended in a goddamn murder ship was a good idea.
Yeah, my brother's blind, but he's got really great hearing. He can get around as well as anyone who can see.
I really, really hate this trope. Like, this is some real Mary Sue shit. Not every blind person is fucking Daredevil. That's not how that even works.
So he couldn't get lost. That's impossible.
Just a reminder that Daredevil had radar sense for years before he lost that and had to rely completely on his Superman level super senses. Also, hello bro, it's good to see you.
I'm gonna go look for him.
Don't.
Hold on, Clover. Wait.
Snake, is it time for my cameo yet? Shut up, Clover.
Well, that didn't work.
Of course it didn't. She's gonna get herself killed.
Damn it. What should we do now?
Well, the red is working now.
No, we're not leaving two people behind. We should go look for them.
Well, I kind of have to agree with June over literally everyone else, and the primary reason for that is that we can't lose two even numbers. Like, that's 2 and 4 we'd lose in one fell swoop, and that's gonna make it really difficult to get any of these ridiculous digital route number setups if we don't have 2 or 4.
Oh man, this ain't good.
It'd be like losing Ace. Losing Ace would be probably the worst thing that could happen to them right now.
Oh, yes, what an excellent idea. We just wasted a bunch of time looking for some piece of electronic junk.
Then remain here if you feel you must, but there's no time. We've only 5 hours left.
Let's split up.
All right, I'll take this direction.
Then I shall look that way.
Okay,
I'll be over here.
taking bets, or bet, I guess. How many of us think that Snake's gonna be dead?
See you all later.
All right.
Also, how many of us think Lotus is gonna end up with pneumonia by the end of this?
Yes, let's go. But where should we start?
Also, June, you're wearing like 5 layers. Just give Lotus your fucking over jumper thing.
Let's see.
Where should we go? Oh, god damn it. Why do you have to give me options? Okay, so... the casino, the first class cabin, the hallway with all the rooms, or the large hospital room. Damn it, I should have got my D4 out. Yeah, it is pretty likely he's going to be dead. Okay. I'm going with first class cabin. Because, I don't know, I feel like that's where he's going to
What
be.
about the first class cabin on B deck?
Okay, let's go, Jumpy.
What did he do to you? Let's talk to her.
Look, I know you're really worried, but
Lo. I said leave me alone!
No, you didn't!
You're so annoying! Just go away and leave me alone! Just looking at you guys is pissing me off! Go away, okay? Just go somewhere else! Stop bothering me! Why are you still here? Did you hear me?
Do you want to die?
Huh? Fine, forget it. If you aren't gonna leave, then I'll just...
all right. Let's go, June.
Yeah.
Oh, she's so annoying.
We really need to find Snake, for Clover's sake. So, where do you think we should go next?
Let's try the
How about
casino.
Let's go take a look.
Shouldn't the question, her response to that really be, what casino?
What do you think you're doing?
Isn't it obvious? I'm looking for Snake.
I'm just not seeing it.
Really? Maybe you need to look harder.
I don't think that's the problem.
Oh, by the way, I've got a proposal. Care to hear it?
What do you have?
Well, I don't like to beat around the bush, so I'll get right to it. Why don't we team up?
Team up?
Yeah. What? You need me to explain it to you? I'm saying, why don't we go through a numbered door?
If
No!
you wanted to, that's impossible.
Why?
Jumpy's bracelet number is 5, mine is 6, and yours is 8. Our digital route would be 1. But there's no number 1 door in the large hospital. The only doors there are 3, 7, and 8.
Then we add another person.
Huh?
Who?
What? Isn't that easy? 7.
Oh, if we add
Everybody's really good at mental maths. Yeah, I don't know why she craves death.
5 plus 6 plus 8 plus 7 equals 26. The digital root of 26, 2 plus 6 equals 8. Wait a minute. What about the other 4? Ace, Snake, Santa, and Clover.
Well, why don't you add them up?
1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals 10. And 1 plus 0 equals 1. The digital root for those 4 would be...
That's right.
And you know the number 1 door isn't in the big hospital room, right?
Of course I know that.
No! Are you saying you'd leave them behind?
Of course not. What kind of woman do you think I am?
A conniving bitch?
Once we get off the ship, we could come back and rescue them, couldn't we?
In like, what? 5 hours?
Then we wouldn't really be leaving them behind.
How do you know he's not going to just drop the ship the second any of you leave?
Don't try to lie to us. I don't think you do anything of the sort.
Really? Well, why do you think that?
You remember, don't you? We have less than 5 hours left. Even if we manage to escape, there's no way we could come back to rescue them in less than 5
Yeah,
hours.
June knows what's going up. I like June. She gives stupid nicknames, but, you know, she's
Well,
got
you
a
never know
good head on
until
her
you see.
shoulders.
No, you're not thinking this through. Even if we brought 7 with us, we wouldn't be able to get off the ship. The 4 of us couldn't open door 9. It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9.
Yeah, that's right. The digital route for the 4 of us would be 8, so we'd have to add Ace to make 9.
That's right. Unless we bring Ace too, we'll be stuck.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate.
Unfortunate. That's all you have to say?
Well, let's try and find another way, okay?
Oh, God. Oh, no. Is this a Mighty Boosh reference? Yeah, yeah, it is. This is a Mighty Boosh reference. Listen, it's a problem with numbers. This is a number 2, okay? And he went to a coffee shop, and this is a number 9, and number 9 is a customer, right? One day, 9 goes in and 2 says, I don't have a coffee shop anymore. I have a knife fighting academy. And 9 says, I want a coffee. And 2 says, no, I'm going to slice you and learn to slice others. Yeah, that's classic. That's classic.
A way to get out of here with all 8 of us.
I'm not convinced that's entirely possible.
That's impossible. Are you being go through one of the numbered doors, right? The number 9 isn't going to be an exception to that rule. Regardless, at least 3 people will get left behind.
Okay, I agree that it's unlikely that the door numbered 9 is going to be an exception to this rule, but on the other hand, it's the last door. It may be an exception to this rule. They only have one way to find out.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Wait just a second. You're skipping over a really big detail. Is that really okay? That means 3 people will die in the end. Are you okay with that? That's just...
You think I could have a moment alone? There are some things I need to think about.
That didn't turn out to be a very pleasant conversation.
Yeah. Well, regardless, let's just focus on finding...
Yes, you're right. We can think about those other things later.
Yeah. All right. Where should we go next?
I really don't like... try the hallway with all
Let's
the
go back
rooms.
downstairs and
I don't
check
like
out the hallway
Lois.
with
She's
all
kind
the
of a
rooms.
cow. Not in the fun way.
Ace.
More in the I'll leave you to die on a doomed ship way.
Hey, Snake! Where are you? Answer me if you're there.
Ace seems to have it handled.
Why don't we just leave this area to Ace? We can go somewhere else.
I don't mind, but where?
Well,
We tried the casino, and that's where we ran into Lotus. We tried the first class cabin on B deck. That's where we ran into Clover. Let's just go back to the large hospital
go
room,
back to the big hospital room.
just in case he's come back.
Okay, let's go.
That's
Oh, hey, Santa.
Santa. What are you doing?
What? You can't tell? I'm checking out the red.
Why? Is there something bothering you?
What? It's not bothering you?
Huh?
The guts of this red. Why wouldn't you wonder who the hell put it back in here?
I mean, my first instinct is to say that Zero put it back in there because he didn't want... He wanted them to be all together before they went through these doors. That seems like a very him thing to do.
Yeah, that's true.
He's like Richard O'Brien. He wants them all to make it to the end. But he still wants to put them through hell in the process.
Well, I'm curious too, but
Who do you think did it?
I don't know.
Well, what about you, Junpei? Who do you think fixed them?
I think it was probably Zero.
Why?
Isn't that obvious? He's the guy who set this whole thing up.
You don't think that should mean the opposite? Seems to me like that means he didn't do it.
Yeah, but how are we supposed to go through his stupid riddles and tests if we all stuck in this one room? Think about it, Santa. That makes no sense.
I mean, who do you think took that stuff out in the first place?
Probably Zero.
Yeah, exactly. And why the hell would he put it back in after he'd taken them out himself? It just doesn't make sense. Why do all that work?
Yeah. I guess that makes
No,
sense.
it doesn't. Junpei, please. June, you know what I'm talking about. You seem to be the only person with a brain in this goddamn, like, shit show.
So, what happened then? Who put that...
So, in other words, one of us is the person who fixed the red.
There's no guarantee of that in the slightest for my aforementioned reasons.
Bingo! We have a winner.
But if that's true, then the person who did it doesn't want the rest of us to know that they fixed it.
Yeah,
But why?
no idea. Maybe if they can clean on that, it means we'd find out something else. Something bad.
Something bad?
No. But whatever it is, it's gotta be worth finding.
Okay, so remember in like the note he gave to Snake, he said something along the lines of, some of you have been through, or I don't remember if he said it out loud or it was on one of the notes. Some of you have, he does, it's just a bad one. He does have a brain, but it's a bad one. No, I've lost my train of thought. He said some of you have been in nonary games before, and none of you questioned that you might want to find out who that was. I mean, we know the 9th man definitely was involved somehow. That doesn't mean other people weren't too.
Of course.
I honestly, I kind of feel sorry for Santa, not because he's not an idiot. No, not because he's an idiot, because I do feel sorry for him for that, but also because, like, his watch is over his arm warmers. It's going to make going to the toilet a little bit awkward. Also, we haven't found, like, a working tap in this whole place. What if one of them needs the loo, Zero?
It could have something to do with Snake's disappearance.
You think maybe they did something to Snake?
Yeah. Look, if you trust anybody in this game, you're gonna lose. You gotta be careful. The person you trust the most could turn out to be the one who stabs you in the back.
That's that, I guess.
Oh god, now I don't trust June. I'm getting flashbacks to Danganronpa 1. Yeah, it was Danganronpa 1. Yeah, it was. Sorry, there's 3 of them, and there's always, like, a milk toasty bloke and a cute girl who he knows somehow, or something. And then, like, somebody ends up getting betrayed. It was one because... yeah. Because it was... I don't want to go into spoiler territory. For more information on the Danganronpa games, I would suggest going to Fish and Media's channel to watch his excellent Let's Play series on them. However, in the meantime, let us return to 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors, I think. Well, we might as well go... I'll check this cabin again,
Check out the...
All right, let's.
just to be on the safe side, but then I'm going to have to finish searching.
No one's here. Maybe we'll have more luck, but where? How about the casino?
Let's go take a.
Let's try somewhere else.
Yeah, I think we're done.
Hey, why don't we...
Sure. Let's.
I don't think anyone...
Snake hasn't been anywhere we've searched. We can't keep looking for him. Wherever he is, it's not here. We need to get moving.
Yes, Danganronpa is sponsored by Kamen Rider. Let the Bugmen into your heart.
We don't got a choice. Lotus is right.
Okay, leaving behind the number 2 is just the stupidest decision you could make.
We're not gonna find Snake. There's a problem. We gotta figure out who's gonna go through which door.
Yes, I have a proposal. Why don't we decide on one person to sacrifice?
Sacrifice?
Well, perhaps it's a bit of a harsh word, but yes. You've all figured it out by now, haven't you? We can't all make it through those doors. If we split into 2 teams of 4 and 3 people respectively, then 3 people will be left behind. If we split into 2 teams of 5 and 2 people respectively, then 2 people will be left behind.
You can't split into 2 teams of 5 and 2 people. You can only be in a group of 3 to 5. Lotus, that's not how the rules work.
But if we split into 2 groups of 3 and leave one person out, then only one person will be left behind.
Ah, fuck. I didn't sign up for all this maths. I really didn't. Oh god, I wish I had alcohol. I really do. Not because it makes me better at maths, but because then I wouldn't have to think about it so much. We have 7 people. What? We started off as 9. We lost the 9th man. So that's down to 8. Now we've lost Snake, and that's down to 7. Do we even have Clover with us? So we're at 7 or 6. How are we leaving behind 3 people with 2 teams of 3, 4 and 3? We literally don't have that many people to split up. Oh. No, hang on. She means 4 go through and 3 stay behind. Okay, no, I get it now. I don't remember what the other number was. I really don't. And I can't look at it.
Wait a minute. 2 people get left behind if we split into 5 and 2, and 1 person is left behind if we split into 3.
I don't know what I just
and 1.
agreed to.
I got that part. You can't go through the numbered doors with any less than 3 people. But if we split into 4 and 3, then why do 3 people have to be left behind?
Just run the numbers. Let's say we go through door 7 with 1, 4, 5, 6. Who's left over?
That would be 3, 7, 8.
And what's the digital root for that?
3 plus 7 is 18. So add 1, 8, 9.
Exactly. But door 9 isn't here, right? That means 3, 7, 8 won't be going. That was just an example. There are a lot of different combinations, but the result will always be the same. It doesn't matter which door it is. 3 that are left over can't go through any of the doors. Go ahead and calculate it if you have the time. Anyway, that's how. Now, if we can get back to my point, we only have to sacrifice 1 person if we split into.
But if you find Snake, you probably don't have to sacrifice 1 person. Because you don't leave the number 2, you idiots.
Then you're saying we gotta decide who's gonna stay behind.
Yes, we do. Given our circumstances, it's logically and morally the best solution. If the other 6 are to survive, then 1 person has to sacrifice themselves.
No, that's too cruel.
What's so cruel about it?
I say you stay behind then, Lotus. It was your idea.
To just sacrifice someone like that?
Then what's your plan? Maybe we should sacrifice 2 people instead of just 1.
That's not what I meant. We shouldn't sacrifice anyone.
I told you, that's impossible. Wake up.
Whoa, whoa, calm down, you 2. Look, what Lotus is trying to say is you should aim to bring the greatest amount of happiness to the greatest amount of people, right?
Exactly. That's how democracy works.
No.
And for that reason, I think the only fair way to decide who will be sacrificed is through a vote. What do you think?
No, that's terrible.
I'm not asking you. Shut up. What about you, Sam?
Me? I agree, I guess.
All right, that's 1 vote for. Counting mine, that's 7.
I can't say I agree with you. We don't exactly have a choice. We don't do something.
Glad to see you again. If I can get 1 more vote, then it's decided. What about you, Clover? Hey, Clover. Your brother has to be behind 1 of the numbered doors. We've searched everywhere, but we didn't find him.
But how did he get behind one of the numbered doors? That makes no sense.
Let's go look for him together, okay? We sacrifice 1 person. We can go look for him. You agree with me, right?
God, you're a manipulative piece of shit.
Now, let's start a vote.
That won't be necessary. I will stop.
No!
That should solve
Oh, sorry,
the
just
problem.
whacked the thing. No, you can't sacrifice the number 1. Sacrifice the number 8. It's the least useful one.
Ace, what are you? No, you can't do that. That won't solve anything.
I'm afraid you may have misunderstood me. I said I would stay, but I never said I would sacrifice myself.
I knew you were one of these characters.
I trust you. Each and every one of you. I believe you'll come back for me.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's optimistic, and then there's just nuts. Those doors only go one way. You go in, you don't come out. If we go through them.
You won't be able to return, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the lift.
But that will not be the case once you've escaped from the ship.
They won't have time.
What?
Please. Wait. Once you've escaped, come back and rescue me.
If I get the option to rat out Lotus, I'm definitely ratting out Lotus.
Ideally, within the time limit Zero has given.
No, that's ridiculous. There's no way we could get back in time. We've only got 5 hours left. We don't even know where the hell we are. How on earth are we gonna find someone to come and rescue you?
Then, perhaps you would prefer to stay instead, or perhaps you would be willing to. You see? Then I see we've cut. Go, quick.
I still don't understand why the rest of them just didn't go. Then we'll leave Lotus behind since it was her idea. She's the one who thought sacrificing somebody was such a great idea. She should be the one to do it.
Let's accept his kind offer.
Good. I think this is the best. Perhaps I'll be able to take a nap. It may be my age, but I get tired so easily these days.
Well, what are you waiting for? We're wasting time. Why don't we hurry it up?
You're right. We should get going.
7.
Seriously. Honestly, I was getting kind of sick of listening to you guys.
You too, Santa? I have to find my brother. Wait, all of you. Let's just... There has to be a way to get everyone out. There has to be.
Yeah, I don't think it would be a very compelling game if all of them, like...
Right, Jumpy? Say something.
Yeah, let's think. There's gotta be another way.
Fine. Forget about it. I'll figure it out on my own. Ace! Come on, Ace. Please stand up. You can't give up yet. We just have to sit down together and think about this. We'll figure out a way that we can all get out of here. Ace! What happened? Ace, say something.
Yep, he's dead. And Ace will be soon as well.
How are you all right?
This.
A syringe? Socoril Beta. What does this do? Did you use this?
Yes. It's just anesthetic. I'll be fine.
Anesthetic?
I found it earlier while we were searching the hospital rooms. I thought it might be useful later. I didn't think I'd be using it on myself.
Why did you do this?
Didn't I tell you? I'd like to take a nap. I really am. Very tired.
Ace,
Is there something you want to say? I'd just like to sleep a little. Could you keep it down?
no, don't, Ace, don't fall asleep.
You feel warm. So comfortable.
Please stop. For my sanity, if nothing else.
I think I'll have a nice dream.
Ace! Ace!
Let's get him up on a bed.
Okay, we only get to say Snake, Snake, Snake when we have confirmation he's dead. We're all good with that. Because he's definitely dead, but we need confirmation.
We can't let this sacrifice go to waste.
You are such a bitch.
Right?
Like you even mean that.
You say something?
No, nothing.
Yeah, we're not done choosing yet, are we?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, we haven't decided who's going in what door.
Oh, yes. Yes, that's true.
Enough of this screwing around. Let's decide. You first, Lotus. Which door do you want?
I want door number 8. It's the same number as my bracelet.
Got it. You're 8. You're next, 7. Which one do you want?
I'll take 7. Can't get along with that old lady.
What? What did you just say?
Who, me? I didn't say nothing.
How old is she? I can't tell. And how old are you?
You're gonna get it next time.
All right. Who's next? Junpei? Which door do you want?
I think
I'm gonna go
for 8.
with Lotus because I literally don't trust that woman.
Okay. 8 it is.
Yeah.
All right, then. That means June's got to go through 7.
What? Why?
What?
If the 6 of us are going to keep going without leaving anyone behind, there are only 3 ways we can do it. Have 3, 5, and 8 go through 7, and 4, 6, and 7 go through 8. 7 go through 7, and 3, 6, and 8 go through 8. Or 3, 6, and 7 go through 7, and 4, 5, and 8 get 8. There are no other combinations. In other words, 3 and 4, and 7 and 8 can never go through the same doors. You get it now?
Oh no. You're saying we aren't gonna see each other again for a long time.
Okay, you ran into the other group like 4 minutes after you last saw them.
Hey, come on. You're making it sound like we're never gonna see each other again. We gotta split up, but only for a while. This is just like when we went into the 4 and 5 doors, remember? We got split up then too, but we all met back up. I'll bet 7 and 8 are just like that.
You mean they're connected somewhere?
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna connect somewhere.
Man, I hope you find some scuba diving equipment soon.
If they don't, then neither team can get through door 9. In other words, the game would end right here. Zero's been on top of his shit so far. I don't think he'd blow it now.
And that's why Zero fixed the Reds.
I'm damn sure that son of a bitch wants to have his fun as long as possible. He's not gonna end this game until we get through the 9 door.
Everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna see each other again. I promise.
Yes. Promise?
You guys are done, right? Anyway, that's pretty much it. Clover and I will both go into separate groups. I figure I'll take 7 and Clover can take 8. Any problems with that, Clover?
Whatever.
All right, we're ready to go then. Let's move.
Are you ready?
Well, let's put it this way. At least we put your idiot son with someone with half a brain cell together. With someone... Ugh, my grasp of the English language has just gone down the toilet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then shall we go?
He went missing at the end of the last
It's
one.
open.
They couldn't find him, so they decided to go through these doors. And because she's an absolute evil bitch, Lotus suggested they leave someone behind, and Ace, being the MVP that he is, decided he'd take the fall, which is stupid because you really shouldn't throw away the number 1 in any maths-based scenario. Snake and Ace were the most 2 useful people they had, and now they've lost both of them.
Okay.
All because of this bitch. I really don't like her. I went with her because I don't trust her.
Hurry!
June.
Jumpy.
What the hell are you doing?
Seconds left. Hurry!
Oh, shit. Drop my water bottle.
It stopped.
I'm just gonna grab a Coke from my cooler bag. Zip it back up. Other cola nut based beverages are available, but they're largely not as nice. Fenimans is good, but Pepsi's crap. And I will fight you over this. Coke is better than Pepsi. Fight me. Except maybe in the States, because they use corn syrup there, and British Coke still uses sugar, I think. Yeah, British Coke still uses sugar, so it's way better.
What an
Pardon me.
unpleasant girl.
Says the woman who got a man to basically commit suicide.
I bet she's not very popular with boys.
I mean, I bet I know why you're single.
Maybe pairing these two together was a mistake. Too late now. Better catch up to them.
Oh, it's a dead end. There's a door on the pleasant. I like the look of this place.
I mean, if you want to die, you can not contribute. But that's your lookout, love.
Me either. There aren't any other doors. Not like we have a lot of choices.
Junpei,
Huh?
please, you first.
Ugh. Fine.
God, you risk-averse little shit.
No, I think the window looks into another room.
Really? What gives you that impression?
Maybe it's her monitors.
What the hell?
Looks so creepy.
It's kind of like that doll is waiting for surgery.
This is a laboratory, right? I'd say it's more like it's waiting for an experiment.
Ooh.
It's creepy either way. Do you think that thing's gonna suddenly sit up or something?
Well, I don't know. I mean, look at all those cables sticking out of it. If we press the wrong button, I don't know.
Stop. Just thinking about it is terrifying.
Wait, where's Clover? What is she? Are you okay?
What are you talking about?
I'm just worried about you. You've been real quiet.
What? I can't be quiet if I want to?
Well, I mean, of course you can. I just...
Okay then. If I can be quiet if I want, just leave me alone, okay?
He can't. You have to contribute.
Come on, you know I can't do that. We gotta work together.
Junpei, you just don't get it. My brother's not the kind of person who just leave me behind. Something happened to him. Something bad.
You have to contribute.
Yeah.
What happened?
Look, just don't bother me, okay? Leave me alone.
Hey, wait. Clover, hold on. That way is...
I told you to leave me alone. Clover, watch out above you. What the heck? What's going on here?
You know those Crystal Maze comparisons I keep making?
Hang on.
You'll never do it on your own.
Damn it! It's not moving.
Has attempting to force a door ever worked?
Wait! Are you gonna give up? Just like that?
No, I'm not giving up. This has got to be another one of Zero's puzzles.
If it is, then there's gotta be a way to open it.
Just what I was thinking. Now all we gotta do is find it. Lotus and I can look around out here. Clover, you're gonna have to see if you can find anything in there.
Oh, yes, I'm on.
Okay. I meant to look through it, but go off, I guess. Mm-hmm. Oh, hang on, let me just check that sink. Does that sink work? I mean, she's not even going to try, but go off, I guess. Also, why does this look so much like a swimming pool? Like, don't you think? Like an old-fashioned swimming pool. So, how are we all doing? What's this? Presumably using this. Yeah, but it's not gigantic old. Okay. She would. She really would. Aha! Ethanol. Oh, sweet! I mean, there's 9, but we only opened 1. But go off, I guess. God, why are all the... You're in a life or death situation. You can fucking bleach your hoodie and re-dye it later. I have to find a piece of fabric because she's that vain. Ugh. I'd say we'd take some of Lotus's clothing, but we all know she doesn't have enough to spare. Yeah, I know. Oh, God damn you. It's like a particularly annoying cast of Crystal Maze members. Why didn't you try it? I kind of miss Snake because, like, at least he had ideas and, like, a brain, and 7 was pretty good too. These two are awful. I hate them. Okay, I'm just gonna copy this down myself because video games, am I right? I need a pen. Ah, pen. Three, 2, 4, 1. Okay. Okay. hate that. What's that? No, never mind. Just checking to see if we've got any compatible power cables. Oh, it's a converter. I can't decide whether it would be better or worse if we could actually see her moving around. Probably worse. Because it would take forever. So, how are we all doing? Also, remember, you're welcome to make suggestions at any time. Could be a Mac.
It worked. What? It's running on its own?
It certainly looks like it.
You do know there are, like, all-in-one computers? Did he forget there's all-in-one computers? Because I think he's forgotten there's all-in-one computers.
Isn't that kind of weird?
This was made in 2009, I'd like to remind you. Like... Hang on. Apple Mac 2009. Oh, those are laptops. I was sure they had an all-in-one in 2009. But I can't really be bothered to look it up. Oh, shit. That's what the middle mouse button does, kids.
Oh, it's not connected to the main computer, right? There's just this keyboard and monitor. The only cable connected to this thing. So, why is it working?
Maybe it's a wireless display.
A wireless display?
I mean, that's also a possibility.
Yes, it connects to your computer wirelessly. Hence the name. Have you been living in a cave, Junpei?
Is that normal?
Yes, it is where I went.
Oh.
Oh, it stopped.
Pass with a colon.
Looks like we need to enter a password.
Again? There must be a hidden around here somewhere.
Could you go take a look?
Yeah, I'm on it. What are you going to do?
I'll see if I can do something about this on my own.
On your own?
Yep, on my own.
Lotus?
All right. Let's kick some ass.
God, her breasts are ridiculous. Are you just a really slaggy programmer, or are you like a programmer with the healthy hobby of belly dancing? Yeah, me too, Junpei, me too.
What?
Didn't expect that, did you?
Of course I didn't.
Or was she kidnapped from a fancy dress party? That's also a possibility. Votes in the chat.
You're typing so fast. I can't even see your fingers.
Oh, she's a Hollywood hacker.
What kind of job do you have? What are you?
I'm unemployed at the moment. I used to work for a cybersecurity firm.
Why?
Huh? Oh, it was just...
I see.
Did you get reprimanded for inappropriate workwear?
Oh, what are you doing now?
I'm going to try and brute force it.
Brute what?
A brute force attack The short version is that I just attacked the thing head on. The long version? A brute force attack is one of the simplest ways to break a cipher. It checks every possible combination until it finds the right one. For a complex cipher, it can take a very long time. I'm writing a program that would run an attack like that on its own. It's not the most elegant solution, certainly. But given the circumstances, there isn't much else I can do. No, but back to what we were talking about earlier.
Where are your nipples?
What were we talking about?
Wireless display? It's kind of strange if you think about it, isn't it? How do I put it? Well, let's say you write a program that calculates an addition problem. Alright? So you enter 1 plus 1. The screen will show you 2. See? Isn't that strange?
No. Not really.
Oh, come on now. Of course a caveman like you would think it was strange. You said so just a minute ago. You're just not getting it, are you? Who calculated 1 plus 1?
No, they don't.
The main computer, right? You said it connected to the monitor wirelessly.
Okay, so the thing about character designs like this is that if you see, like, an idealized naked woman, like, the nipple's usually, like, on the top of the breast, but because of the way she's wearing her clothes, they have to be really low down on the actual globe of the breast. So the only way to perceive her is that she's actually got really saggy boobs, and the only thing holding them up in this shape is that top.
Yeah, but someone who grew up in a cave would know that, right? They'd probably think that this thing here, the monitor, is doing the calculating. And once they've decided that, they'll start examining this monitor. They might poke the screen or something. Ah, I see the color changes when I press it here. Then they might investigate the hardware on the inside. Oh, I see. So this wire supplies the power. Eventually, there might even be wires. Ah, yes. Just as I expected. When this wire is cut, no results appear.
Yeah, I can't believe he opened a knife fighting academy either.
Therefore, it must be this device which does the calculations. But the truth is that, just like you said, the computer is doing the calculating. But these cave people wouldn't know that.
We had all-in-one devices in 2009.
Because they have no idea that the monitor and the computer are connected wirelessly.
So, what are you trying to say?
Nothing. It's just, I thought maybe, what if the relationship between human beings and our brains is like that?
Huh?
What?
So let's say you stick a bunch of electrodes into parts of the brain. A scientist examining the signals they send out might say, interesting. So stimulating this part of the brain causes the person to see colors. That must mean this neuron cluster controls that function. Okay, let's see what happens when I cut out this part. Ah, just what I thought. Cutting off this part causes that function to cease.
I'm still wondering why you're dressed like that, though. It's a very specific outfit.
Therefore, human thought processes must occur in the human brain.
I mean, moonlighting as a belly dancer and now it being, like, a main source of income for you is a much more justified out. I don't mind female character designs like this. I just want them to make sense. And if she'd just gotten back after doing some dancing or at a fancy dress party, that would be an adequate explanation for why she's dressed like this. At the minute, though, it's just confusing.
See? Doesn't it sound the same?
Yeah.
Maybe the brain is just an output device. Like this monitor. Maybe our thought processes actually occur somewhere else. In a main body. We just don't know it. We never even think about it. Just like those cave people wouldn't know about wireless communications. We can't imagine that there's some unknown medium that transfers information into our brains, where we experience that information as thoughts.
Please stop.
Brain's just an output device. Human thought actually occurs somewhere else.
It really is Iris Part 2.
That's just crazy talk.
Maybe that's the cause of Seven's amnesia. If memory is actually stored somewhere else, in some sort of main body somewhere, maybe he hasn't forgotten anything at all. He's just having a difficult time accessing his memories because the monitor, his brain, has been damaged. I suppose that would explain aphasia and blindsight too. Perhaps they actually can speak or see. The monitor just isn't functioning properly. I guess people with prosopagnosia could be suffering from the same thing.
Is that the thing where you can't recognize faces?
Wait a minute. What?
What? You've never heard of prosopagnosia?
No. What is it?
Well, it's simple. It means a condition where the mind can't distinguish
Yeah, called it.
faces.
I'm pretty smart. So who do we think is worse?
Face would look the same as Clover's or
Lotus or Iris?
so they can't remember faces, which is how most people recognize each other.
Also, who's worse, Clover or Mizuki?
That means that people with prosopagnosia have trouble recognizing even people they're close to. Usually they can make do by associating people with other things. Their voices, their clothes, their hair.
Does that mean other people's faces look like blanks?
No, I don't think so. You've seen monkeys, like in a zoo, right? To you and me, all the monkey faces look the same, even though they've obviously got faces. It's almost impossible for a human to distinguish between them. The zoo staff that works with them.
I mean, yeah, but
Mention.
Lotus
But you
did,
and I couldn't,
like,
unless one had a scar or something else to set it apart.
like, just casually said one of them should die.
So that's how people look to someone with prosopagnosia.
Huh. I didn't even know that kind of thing existed.
Time and place, lady, please.
And, what were we talking about?
The idea that your brain is just an output device, like a monitor.
Are you serious?
Is Clover okay? I don't like Clover, but is she okay? They've just left her on her own whilst they're having this random, pointless conversation.
Not really. I was just kidding.
Okay, so we've agreed that the pink-haired girls are the worst. Because Iris and Clover both have pink hair.
What about the other half?
Well, I guess I was just adulting.
Not funny.
It's nothing more than a story I made up out of boredom. Take it seriously. It was the first thing that came to mind, and I just talked about it to kill time. But looks like I don't have to talk anymore.
Why?
I don't have to kill time any longer.
Oh, then you finished that brute whatever thing?
You... Brute forcing is not such an esoteric idea that Junpei would not know what it is, guys.
I certainly did. Let's see what we got.
I hope my fan's not too loud, because it seems really loud to me.
The screen changed again.
Aha!
What the hell is that?
No idea. It's like a puzzle.
Is it one of those where you
Aren't you gonna, I don't know, do
have
computer
to...
stuff?
The ones that show up in Zelda games all the time, where you have to change all of the colours to one particular colour.
I can't do anything. It won't let me do any more programming. See? The keyboard. Nothing. So, there's nothing more I can do.
Well, it's really convenient she went through this door.
Well, I guess I'll leave this to you, then,
What?
You take a break, alright? I did my part.
Yeah, well, I guess you're right. Thanks, Luke.
No problem. Make sure you know when you should thank me.
Now, I better take care of this myself. No more relying on anyone else.
That was ridiculously easy. That's what happens when they just give you the fucking answer. God, I need more puzzles. Have we actually had a proper puzzle? I mean, apart from this stupid digital route thing, I hate that. Oh, hello. Underscore com. What a weird name.
Hey, Junpei, do you have a minute?
What's
Yeah,
up?
sure.
I wanted to ask you something.
Hmm?
Junpei, you went into door 5 with my brother. Did you hear him say, like, anything weird?
Huh? Well, got me think. Sorry, Clover. I can't really think of anything. I mean, he did mention that his hearing exceeds that of a regular person, or something like that, but that's about it.
Okay.
Hey, wait a minute. Look, I don't know if I should ask things, but if you don't mind, I was hoping you could tell me. Is Snake, was he born?
You're talking about his eyes?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't born blind. When he was a kid, he got in an accident. A really bad car accident.
Iris tries to appear cute, adorable, funny, someone you should try and protect, but she's ultimately a liar and manipulates men. Lotus, at least, is pretty forward with being a bitch. Oh no, is pretty forward with being a bitch. I mean, she is also pretty. I mean, yeah, that's fair, but you got to keep in mind, Iris also manipulates women. She manipulates her mother, and she manipulates Mizuki.
Couldn't see after that. And his arm.
His arm?
Yeah, my brother's left arm is... It's not like a normal person's arm. It's fake. It's not a real arm.
The term we use for that is prosthetic. We'd go, my brother's arm.
Really bad.
He has a prosthetic arm.
They had to cut off his arm.
Oh.
So let me get this straight. Not only is he blind, he also only has one functioning hand, and you still think he'd make it around on a murder ship by himself without any problems? Are you high? Or are you just really this stupid?
Is that all you wanted to ask me?
Look, I'm sorry for making you talk about all that painful stuff.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it turns out he's not actually blind at all.
It's not that.
But it's one of those stories. No, yeah. When you put it that way, she is definitely worse. Okay. So that machine works now. Oh, hang on. The time. We don't have a lot of time. I don't know how we're all just agreeing that they're doing experiments on humans, like, without really much in the way of evidence in the slightest. To sink. There's not much else to look at. No, I don't need to do that. Please don't. Don't do that. That sounds like a terrible idea. If you do something that means I have to work fast, you're doomed. Shouldn't you get out of this room? You... I really am getting flashbacks to Mizuki. You're like Mizuki, but worse. Like, I can't drive this point home enough that I hate it when characters put themselves in like life-threatening situations and then blame other people for not being able to save them fast enough.
Thank God we got out.
Yeah, I did do air quotes. I'm that annoyed.
Finally.
Yeah. Alright, let's go.
Okay.
Damn, none of these open. They're all locked.
How about that one?
Let's hope this is the door with the prize.
Jumpy!
Huh? June? Santa! Hey! What? But,
Hey guys!
hey, whoa. A map of the ship's interior?
It says sea deck.
So it's the map for this floor?
Number 7. And...
Are you telling me that the entire idea was you just go through these doors and then you end up with a door that lets you go back?
Door 8. Yep. They both eventually end up at this hallway.
Yeah, we aren't going to be split up. We might get separated for a little while. Otherwise, we won't be able. That's how the notary game.
Wait a sec.
Oh,
You've got to be kidding.
We may as well go.
yeah.
Oh, I almost forgot. Ready? I knew it. We're back. In the hospital room.
I see. I believe I understand what you're saying.
Oh, thank God he came back.
The 6 of you split into 2 teams and went through doors 7 and 8. You solved the puzzles in the operating room and the laboratory, and then met one another in the hallway after opening your respective locked doors. At any rate, I feel a bit silly for my little show of altruism. I know I said I was sure you'd come back for me. I didn't think it would happen so soon, though.
Neither did I. I thought they'd have to use like the lift or something to get him out.
Well, we saw each other again and we ain't dead. So I say that's good enough.
Also, that's some shit anesthetic if it wears off that fast.
Anyway, I said we get out of this creepy old place. We found the key we need.
The key?
Ain't that what I just said? I'm talking about the Jupiter key. We found it in the operating room. Here.
Oh,
Nice catch.
jeez. I see. So this is Jupiter.
I'm gonna let you hold on to that, alright?
Yeah, on it.
I've got something for you. Here, it's the soldering part. We found it in the kitchen. I might lose it. It's probably better than it. That way it won't be my fault if it gets lost.
How did you store it? You know what? I don't want to know.
Yeah, on it.
So how many unused keys do we have now?
There's the Earth key you found in the laboratory. The Jupiter key you just gave me.
Is that why she's so keen to leave people to die so they can be devoured by the great soft velvety one, Flies?
I'll keep them safe.
The Jupiter key is supposed to be for the door at the end of that long straight hallway, right?
Yeah,
Pardon me.
the map's right, and it connects to the central staircase. Then, next to the stairs,
Wait! What about door 3?
look, you saw the map, right? It's the same as 7 and 8. Just lead us back to the big hospital.
But what if there's another key there?
No point to seeing what's on the other.
There is a point. At least there is for me.
Yeah, you're right, I'm sorry. Snake might be on the other side.
Alright, I don't know why, but yeah,
Very
she'll
well.
go off.
I'll be coming with you then. I've had a nice long rest. So 7, you'll help me, won't you?
Huh? Damn. So I'm going with you, huh?
Yes, you are.
Alright, let's get moving.
These people are really good at mental maths. I'm jealous.
Okay, we're heading out.
Be careful.
think I'd be hearing that from you, Lotus.
Don't let it go to your head. I'd be in trouble if the three of you bought it. The rest of us can't open the 9 door.
Ah, the truth comes out. Okay, we're off.
All right, we should get moving too.
Huh?
Get moving.
Where are we going?
Well, it would be a waste of time to just sit around. Let me explain.
Well, I get it. We're gonna see if we can get anywhere interesting with the Jupiter key.
Yes. If we're lucky, we might find Snake.
Here's the Jupiter symbol on the keyhole.
All right, Junpei, open it if you please.
Yeah, on it.
Have you never heard of the phrase ladies first?
Great. Back to the beginning. You sure this is a good idea?
What do you mean?
Well, we already searched every inch of this room, didn't we? Asking you if there's any...
Of course there
Of
is.
course there's a reason. And sometimes I can't tell if you're smart or just lucky.
Huh?
Ooh, Junpei, that was harsh. You're good up in my estimations. You've gone up 1 notch. That means you're on notch 1.
This.
The Saturn key card.
That's a Starsky and Hutch reference, the movie reboot with Snoop Dogg as Hooky Bear. Would recommend. It's just so stupid. I love it.
I'm lost.
Don't you remember, Santa? On C deck, where we are now, there was a big elevator behind the stairs, remember? And next to the elevator, there was a card reader with the Saturn symbol on it. And on A deck, on the door to the left, there was a keyhole with the Earth. So the 2 keys that Jumpy has?
Should let us use the elevator and the door on A deck. Huh.
Yes, that's right.
All right, I got it. Let's get started then. What do you say we split into 2 teams? Lotus and I will search the Earth one, so you 2 can search Saturn. All right?
Sounds good. Then you guys should take this key. We have no idea what's on the other side of these, so don't go too far. Just search for 10 minutes and come back.
There's a card reader next to the left.
Do you think maybe it would have been a good idea to let the others know you were doing this? It's like, oh hey guys, we're just gonna go check like the 2 rooms we have keys for. We'll be back shortly. So just wait here.
Then let's try out the Saturn key card.
Or like wait at the
It looks
the
like it's
Jupiter
working.
door. That would also work.
All right. Now, how do I call the elevator? Oh, it only has the upside down triangle on it.
You mean the down arrow?
I guess there's no up button. Well, we may as well try pushing this one.
It opened. Look, Jumpy.
Sweet, it opened. Let's. What?
I'm not really.
Are you
I just,
claustrophobic?
Come to think of it, the lower floor, an elevator heading to a submerged floor. That is pretty scary. Hey, wait a minute. This elevator came up from somewhere under us, right?
Well, yes, I guess it did. It didn't open right away after we pressed the button. There was a motor noise like it was moving, and then it opened.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So, take a look inside. It's not wet at all, is it? The walls and even the floor are totally dry.
Oh, you're right. They are.
Well, let's test it.
Testing.
Yeah, watch this. Now, I'll just put one foot inside the elevator and look over at the buttons. Oh, there's only 2, E and C. All right, I'll push E.
I think I can hear it opening on E deck.
Okay, that's done. Now I'll just...
God, they're so lucky Zero let them do this.
Yep, not a single drop of water to be seen. See?
What does that mean? How can E deck be safe if the D deck is full of water?
Well, here's what I think. The elevator shaft and E deck must be watertight and separated from wherever the ship's been punctured. Here, let me show you.
I see. So is that why the ship hasn't sunk? The shape of the inside keeps it all from filling with water?
Yeah, I think that's what's going on. So I'm gonna go down and check it out. You stay here, alright?
But...
Come on, just do it, alright?
I'm coming with you!
Huh? Hey, wait! Crap, it closed!
I can't just let you go alone, you know.
Ah, jeez.
Have you never heard of a safety line?
Looks normal.
What does that say? Something bottom?
I'll knock it off. It's just like I thought. This part hasn't flooded. Come on, just look around. There's no water.
You're right. It's not flooded at all.
See?
There's a whole lot of water.
Yeah, right on top of us.
What's gonna happen if the ceiling breaks?
We'd probably die.
Oh no. Don't be so casual about something like that.
At any rate, we should probably go back as soon as we can. Once we're done looking around now. Lotus and Santa might already be back.
Okay.
You
good
did not
idea.
take 10 minutes checking this fucking elevator.
Now then. Iron bars.
Right.
Then maybe.
Well, it looks like there's a long straight hallway down this way.
Something's written on the door.
Let's check.
I knew it!
This is a numbered door.
Yeah, I can read. I did
But
maths.
we can't do anything with only the two of us.
We better head back and let everyone know.
Yes.
Wait, what's this? Is this the map for E-Deck? I should take it with me.
Are these maps ever going to come in useful?
Oh, so you guys found door 1. So now we've located 2 new doors. The 6th door and the 1 door.
It is interesting that E-Deck wasn't flooded.
Well, we don't really know if all of E-Deck is safe. We only checked the area around the elevator.
Even so, it's still very interesting.
You said the 6th door was there, right?
Yes.
And that means Zero planned all this out. Even the sinking.
Well, yeah, he was kind of using that as a threat.
That would have meant some pretty serious remodeling of the ship's interior.
It's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it.
Yeah. I wonder how long it took. I can't even imagine how much it must have cost.
I mean, if Seven's story is right, this entire thing could have been planned for decades. Nearly 100 years?
Would have been a time, that's for sure.
Well, that does go along with what Ace was saying. The most reasonable explanation would be that this was done by some organization with access to a whole lot of cash.
Yes, does make sense.
Yeah?
I don't think it's a very good idea to stay here.
Yeah, you're right. Ace and his team might be back already.
Well, June, Junpei, and I should be at...
Huh? You guys leaving me behind?
Just kidding. Alright, let's go.
She really does like the threat of leaving other people behind.
Hey! Where the hell did you guys go?
7?
Ah, they didn't find him.
What's wrong? What happened?
What the hell kind of question is that? Snake is...
Snake? Snake? Snake!
He died, just as the 9th man.
Oh my god. That's not true, is it?
We should make sure.
Yeah, right. We should.
Wait, not that way.
What? Why not?
I stuck a screwdriver in there to keep the door from closing. It's not locked, so we're going that way.
Where is,
Shower room. Left side. I put a broom in there too.
That means we can get in without going through the numbered door, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Let's go. This wasn't open when we passed here. Well, let's keep going.
Oh, it smells horrible.
Ugh, yeah, this is pretty awful.
June, you should stay here.
But
Please, just do me a favor, okay? Alright? I'm going in.
Just like he said. Just like the ninth man. The detonator in his bracelet set off the bomb in his gut.
Yeah, but how did he get through the door in the first place? Sorry, I had an itchy ear. It would have taken like 2 other people to set this up. So it was door 3, right? What gives it a digital root of 3? Which has 2 in it. So it's got to be 12. So... No, that doesn't work. No, wait. 6 and 4? Or 7 and 3? Right? Because 8 and 2 would just be 10, and there's no way to add 2 to that to make... Yeah, 12, so... So it's either June and Clover helped him through that door, which doesn't seem likely, because Clover doesn't strike me as that good of an actress. Or June, for that matter. Or 7 and 3, which also doesn't really make sense. But that's only if we have 3 people. Like, we have 2 people who helped him do this. What if it's more? So maybe... I think that's too many people. 21? How would you get 21 from these numbers? 8 plus 7 is 15. Plus 2 is 17. Plus 3 is 20 plus 1. So, no. Snake, Lotus, Santa, no wait, I've forgotten those numbers. God damn it, I'm bad at remembering numbers. It doesn't... The only way he could have gotten that through that door if like 7 and Santa were in on it, surely. Hang on, I wanna work out who could possibly have done this. So we know 2 has to be part of the number, but it can't be 4. And it's not 5 because we're 5. So that raises what? Ace, Santa, June, and June and 7 and Lotus. So that leaves us with 5 culprits who could have done this. So 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 7 is 10. Hang on, 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 7 is 12. Plus 8 is 20, plus 1 is 21. So, theoretically, it could be everybody except Junpei, June, and Clover who helped Snake get through that door. Because that would be 5, and that's the maximum number of people allowed through a door. So either 2 people are complicit in his death, which would be 7 and Santa, or 4 people are complicit in his death. And we don't know where those people were. We know Lotus was the first person in the room, but that doesn't mean that other people couldn't have been. So, either way, Santa and 7 are hella suspicious because in both scenarios they'd have to be involved. Which I suppose means it would have to be them, because why would you drag like 2 other people into this if you could do it yourself?
Oh, the bone is coming out of his left arm.
It's definitely an open fracture.
Oh, the face. It's horrible.
Yeah, can't even tell who it is.
Though it might not even be him.
But the clothes are.
No mistake about it. It's Snake.
Is anybody else looking at this situation going, are you sure it's not just another mangled body in the same outfit? Do we not recall Danganronpa?
Snake was probably murdered. Chances are he was killed the same way the Nightman was. It's pretty straightforward. Not that hard to figure out, did it? First, the killers got Snake to authenticate the red to open up 3.
No, everybody's accounted for.
Then they shoved him away. We waited 9 seconds for the door to shut. Once that door shut, it was all over for Snake. He didn't give up. He probably knew it wouldn't do what he wanted, but he probably ran into the shower hall under the deck. It was a small chance, but it wasn't like he had anything to lose. Fortunately, it didn't work. The detonator is only deactivated if everybody who authenticated when it Snake was the only one who went through the door, and then 81 seconds after he was shut in. That happened.
I see. So that's what you meant by killers, huh? You need at least 3 people to open one of the numbered doors, including Snake. It wouldn't open for Snake and a single killer.
Yeah. That means we're looking at multiple perps here.
Yeah, and you have to be one of them unless Clover did it. And June, which... Wait. Six plus 3 plus 1 is 10. I mean, I gotta be honest, it doesn't look good for Santa either way.
Well, just in case, I want to make sure.
June, Santa, Ace. Is there another combination that could possibly have done this? Outside of the entire gang, except 2 of them. I don't think there is. 6 plus 7 is 40. No. mean, if we take out the assumption Clover didn't do it, then that changes things. That would be 11, so that's a route 2, isn't it? Heart-stopping mathematics action. Yeah, I covered that one already. I don't think there's a way for this merger to have happened without Santa involved. Seven plus 4 is no. That would be 11, which means it wouldn't be. It would be too high. 4 plus 8 is 12 by itself, so that would be too high. 4 plus 2 plus 1 is 7. So yeah. If this was murder, Santa has to be involved. I don't think it's possible for him not to be. And I don't think it's mathematically possible for Clover to be involved either. Alright, so Santa's definitely involved. We figured that much out.
Let's say you're right. When do you think Snake was killed?
When we all split up to look for the parts for the Reds, I think. Right after that was when we noticed he was gone.
That means none of us have alibis. We were all off searching the rooms we'd been assigned, looking for those parts.
Yeah. That means anyone could be a killer.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about? How can you say that so casually? You're implying that one of us is a killer.
No, he's implying 2 of you are killers.
Not just one of us. Right? At least 2 of us are murderers.
Why don't you calm down a bit, son?
Does he sound het up?
What are you going to gain by being so suspicious? That's what Zero wants, you know?
Zero wants?
Exactly. This game was set up by Zero, wasn't it? Any game has a winner and loser. Whoever makes it through door 9 is a winner. And those who don't are the losers. Zero is trying to make us fight against one another for that victory.
Then you're saying that Zero is trying to split us up by making us fight each other?
Yes. That is why we can't let ourselves fall prey to suspicion. We have to trust one another and form a strong bond of friendship. Otherwise, we'll end up ensnared by Zero's manipulations.
It's once said the great king of Sumeria, vexed by the rage of the gods, climbed the tallest mountain in his kingdom to speak with a great prophet. Did Santa or Clover kill Snake, he asked. Was there a dark snout sticking out of a hood by any chance? Did it snuffle? Was that the answer? And then was he devoured?
Then does that mean that the person who killed Snake...
But the prophet, being wise, merely snapped her teeth at him, then returned to checking for snakes, just like everybody in this game.
Yes. Almost certainly Zero himself.
That sounds like exactly the kind of thing a murderer would say.
If there's anyone we should doubt, it should be Zero. He masterminded this game and kidnapped all of us. Doesn't it seem reasonable that he would have killed Snake as well?
No, it doesn't. This isn't a murder game. This is a different kind of game. This is more Saw than... Well, Saw does do murder games sometimes, but it's a very rare occasion.
If Zero killed Snake, then Zero is on the ship with us.
And don't forget Saw 2, where it was entirely plausible for everybody to get the fuck out of that house. Ooh, Well, do we think Zero's still on this ship? I think he probably is.
I don't... Where could Zero be hiding?
I think Zero's
Oh god. And here we go, babies. Children, we have found the almost constantly wrong theory of Danganronpa that one of them is the mastermind. Which was kind of true in 3, but also not really true in 3. And kind of true in 1, but not really true in 1. And kind of true in 2, but not really true in 2. I mean, I think she's got a point.
That's possible.
Huh?
You're right, we don't know for sure that Zero is much of a stickler for rules as Monokuma. But the point of the game... But the mastermind of the game was one of the contestants. No, it wasn't. She wasn't a mastermind. The mastermind. She was like an accomplice, which was true in 1 as well and 3. But this isn't really the time to be arguing about Danganronpa lore. We can do that on your stream.
Like Clover said, Zero might be one of us.
What are you saying, Jumpy? Didn't you hear what Ace said?
Exactly. I said we shouldn't suspect one another for no reason.
No reason. I've got a great reason.
And what's that?
The bracelets. Why are the bombs in our bodies connected to the bracelets? You're all thinking Zero's hiding somewhere watching us, right? If he's doing that, then he could just detonate the bombs by remote control if someone did something they weren't supposed to. It would be a lot more precise and a lot easier. But if that's the case, then why is the bomb set off by the detonator in the bracelet?
You got a point.
He clearly doesn't want them to die pointlessly. Oh, yeah, you're right. I think. I got confused because the whole thing got hijacked, didn't it? Alright, yeah, it was... I don't know, I still go for it was kind of true in 2. It's a bit more complicated than that. But let's stop arguing about Danganronpa lore. We're here to argue about Nonary Games lore.
I'm not done. Try applying the same ideas to the Nonary game. All of the puzzles here run all by themselves. In other words, Zero doesn't have to be controlling them for the game to move forward. Why's that? Why would Zero bother to do something like that?
So let's say you and Clover are right. Zero's one of us. If that's the case, then it'd be really hard for him to keep track of all of us or control anything remotely. That's why all the puzzles run by themselves. That's what you're getting, right?
Yeah. Seven, when we were talking earlier, you said any one of us could be Snake's killer, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Alright then. I've got a question for you, Ace. You said something like Zero must be the one who killed Snake, right?
Yes, something. Can't think of any other explanation.
So what do we get if we combine those?
Yeah, but I'm still pretty sure you can't really have any of them murder Snake without Santa being involved.
They fit together pretty well, I think. Something like this. Whoever killed Snake is Zero. Hence, Zero is one of us. Seven and Ace's theories aren't mutually exclusive. They actually complement each other pretty well. At least they do if Zero is one of us.
What were his motives?
His motives?
Yes, isn't that pretty important? Why would Zero want to hide as one of us?
Oh, well, that's because... I don't know.
Well, so much for making a persuasive argument, Junpei.
In In other words, you only had circumstantial evidence.
And you only have circumstantial evidence that he isn't one of them.
I don't really think that's enough to go on, though.
Ah.
Never ever rely on Glowy for backup on these things. Remember, I kind of like Ota, and I kind of like Solus, and she hates both of them.
That means we have 3 hours left.
Then we need to move now. Seven, Clover, Junpei. I know how you feel, but you do understand that right now it's important we trust one another, don't you?
That sounds like exactly the kind of thing Zero would say!
You're right, but
We must go. We have very little time left.
our next destination is Mercury.
But maybe you and June should check it out first and then report back to us.
My god, you risk-averse piece of crap!
Alright, let's go, June.
Right. Here it is.
The Mercury card reader.
We're using the card 7 gave us, right?
Yeah.
Hang on, how long was the last stream? It was like nearly 3 hours, wasn't it? I'm just asking because I might as well make them roughly the same length. Although we have skipped an hour, to be fair. Yeah, it was like nearly
Found it.
3
Just
hours.
in the shower.
I think Seven said something like that. Anyway, let's see what happens.
Well, yeah, that was the other reason to go in there, not just to see if
The elevator works now.
Snake was about, but also to see if there was another key.
Jumpy, I know it's only the 2 of us, but let's do our best.
What's with you all of a sudden?
Well, I'm happy we were put together.
You know it's just for searching E-Deck, right?
Even so, I'm glad I could do it.
Oh,
Is anybody else seriously doubting June right now? Because remember, there is a combination that includes her.
first we need to find out if the elevator comes up full of water.
Just like we did before.
We skipped an hour when they were looking for the
Here it is.
the red guts, like the device. They actually spent an hour looking for that, so we lost an hour to that.
I knew it. It's not red at all.
Let's go.
Yes. Look! Nearly all of the buttons are destroyed.
Yeah, only the seat and bottom button can be pushed.
We're on C deck right now, so the only one we can choose is bottom.
Yeah. Well, let's...
Is that a yeah, I am doubting her, or yeah, I am doubting her?
Hey, over there.
This is a numbered door.
This is the 8th one we found. There were 2 numbered doors on B-Deck near the central staircase. They were doors 4 and 5. 3 more in the large hospital room. Doors 3, 7, and 8.
And the door we found on E deck, and the door Lotus and Santa found on A deck. It was a 6 on the door on E deck, and a 1 on the door on A deck.
That means...
Do you think the next door we find?
Yeah, I think so. The next one's gonna be door 9.
Finally!
Yeah,
You don't look very happy about it, though.
it's not that. I just hope nothing goes wrong.
You're right. We should keep our fingers crossed.
Let's head back.
What's all of them added up? Like, what's the digital root of all of them? I'm just gonna quickly jot this out because I'm actually kind of interested. Plus 3, plus 4, plus 5, plus 6, 7, plus 8 is... Where's my phone? Ugh. Actually, hang on. There's a calculator in this. Oh god, they're fucked. The digital root of all of them was 9. And now they've lost 1. Now it's only 7. Yeah, that is suspect. That is very suspect. So, are you trying to imply that she's gonna fuck off with Santa despite the fact that they need another person? Because that's not how that works. So in theory, I think it's entirely possible that the 9 door was a special case and they all could have gone through it. That's true, but I still think it's entirely plausible that that was it's the last door, right? So it could be a different rule set. So what would be interesting is if two or three people killed Snake to get him out of the way because he's an easy target, despite everything Clover said. Right? And they ended up fucking over the rest of them because now not all of them can go through. Because of those 2 or 3. That would be an interesting take. We'll see how it goes. Sorry. I'm just trying to stream health.
Alright, 7 pieces. Just double checking, but everyone wrote their code name and a door number they want, right?
Yes, just like you told us earlier.
Loading here.
We need to make the whole thing fair. Blah-de-blah. This is a complicated plan, you know. Hurry it up, Mr. I have a brilliant idea.
Yeah, quiet and clean that memory. Alright, let's open these up. The first one says, Ace requests door 1.
Yes, I do. Would you like me to explain why?
No, we don't have time for that. Sorry. Let's keep going. Next is Santa. He wants door 6.
Yeah, that's what I wrote.
Clover wants 1, Lotus wants 2, and 7 also wants 2.
Wait a minute. There is no way I'm going anywhere with the elephant man.
No, there'd be no point to the voting if we let people change their choices because of stuff like that.
But
Just give it up, Lotus. It's not like I want to hang out with some exhibitionist grandma.
She can't be older than in her late 30s.
I am not an exhibitionist. I'm wearing clothes.
I can see your vagina bones.
Barely.
So, last I checked, that's not a crime.
It's almost a crime.
But what about common decency? Nobody wants to have to look at a chick who looks like a half-naked raisin.
Oh, I'm gonna kill you!
Oh, just fuck already.
Oh, not good.
Let go of me! I'm killing him!
Junpei, read the rest.
Right. June wants door 6.
Yes, I don't really have a reason. I just felt like it.
So this was everyone's vote. Ace and Clover requested door 1.
That's 5.
7 and Lotus requested door 2.
So that's like 15.
Santa and June requested door 6.
That's 9.
And the door I should choose is... Okay, the last one is mine. I want to go through.
Oh god. Hang on. So let's work this out. God, this I hate it when like handheld games do this. Like they clearly want you to write a bunch of shit down, you know? That's a console and PC game thing. So 1 + 4 = 5. 7 + 8 = that's, hang on, I can do basic maths. 15, which is actually 6. And 3 and 6 equals 10, and they wanted 6, and they wanted 6, and that makes 1. I could make up any of these numbers. Because they can't go through any of these doors by themselves. If I want to go with Ace and Clover, then I'd be able to open that door. If I want to go with Seven and Lotus, I could help them open that door. And I could help Santa and June open their door, so who do I go with? Any suggestions? Yeah, he does have skin. Unfortunately, anything that has fur also by definition has skin, so you're not really out of the woods yet, mate. Now, who do we really suspect? I really can't see Clover being involved, but I do see Ace maybe. Okay, the biggest question is, do I really want to be the go-between between Seven and Lotus? I mean, every team has one competent person on it, and frankly, Team Door 2 actually has 2 competent people on it. They just hate each other. But no, fully explained. Alright, we'll go with Santa and June.
I want to go through door 6.
That's a problem. These teams would be able to go through the doors they want.
Clover and I chose door 1.
Lotus and I chose door 2.
That's not enough people to open a number.
The digital routes don't match up either.
We've got similar prompt, June. Junpei and I want to go through door 6.
Ah. I can't count. That's 9. And I made it 10, because I'm an idiot.
Our digital route is 5. If we're going to open that door, we need a 1.
Damn, what are we gonna do now?
What are we going to do?
Why don't Seven and Lotus go through door 1? With me.
What about me?
Isn't that obvious? Wasn't one of the teams just complaining that they didn't have a 1?
You mean I should join Santa's team?
Yes.
Huh. I understand. I'll go through door 6 then. If we do as Clover has suggested, we can all pass through a numbered door and no one will be left behind. This seems to be the most reasonable solution.
7, Lotus. What do you guys think?
I don't have a problem with it.
Me either.
Alright then, we're good to go.
I'm really worried that all 3 of them are going to end up dead.
See you later.
I can't believe Clover is the adult in this situation.
Wait, Clover! Don't move on your own.
Oh, I'll be going too then.
Yeah, be careful.
We should get going as well. This is E-Deck.
There should be a door at the end of the hall.
Alright, let's go.
Why are we Team Santa all of a sudden?
Here it is. You guys ready? Yeah. Let's get to it.
Can't believe I made such a blatant maths error.
Hey, I found...
I am very grateful I'm not expected to find these things.
It stopped.
Yes! It stopped.
I don't believe I'll ever get used to
it's something I'd want to get used to. We should finish this game before imminent death becomes a normal thing.
You got that right. Once I'm out of this hellhole, I'm taking a nice long vacation.
I should have screenshotted that. Imminent. We should leave this game before imminent death becomes a normal thing. Damn.
Let's go.
This door looks heavy.
But it's not locked. I'm opening it.
What the hell is this?
This has to be the biggest room so far. The ceiling is pretty high, too.
Could be 2 stories, maybe even more.
Just the engine room.
This space could be utilizing the entire length of the ship.
What's that huge Kamaboko-looking building in the middle?
What the fuck is a kamaboko? You can't just act like Japanese is like an unusual thing that only like edgelords know and then just throw out a word like kamaboko. Oh, it's the shape of surimi. You know, the pink, like, they have like a white inside and a pink outside, and they like put them in ramen and stuff.
Kamaboko? Well, I guess that's as good of a description of it as any. I see stairs, so we may as well head over to them.
Yeah, but this section's barely wide enough to fit one person.
You're right.
So you go single file.
Whoa, you can't even tell the shape when you're this close.
Let's check out the other side, too.
This looks to be the steam engine room.
The steam engine room?
Yes, that thing that looks like a cross-section of a mushroom is the boiler. You see the 3 round doors near the bottom? Coal is put into those and burned, which heats the water, producing steam. The same thing that drives a steam engine. This one is simply somewhat larger.
I see.
It doesn't appear to be running right now.
Alright, let's split up. Hey, what's wrong? Are you alright? Hey, June.
Jumpy.
Oh, you're really warm. Is your fever coming back?
Yes. Yes. It probably is. But I'm fine. Please, don't worry about me. I just need to rest. And I'll be fine.
Okay. Here, sit down. Careful.
Yeah, she has a skirt on underneath that thing. She could have given her fucking dress to Lotus and we all could have stopped complaining about how ridiculously she's dressed.
Thank you.
Ace, Santa.
Yes.
Right. Alright, let's get started. Hang in there, June.
Actually, I'm going to be right back in a second. I'll be back shortly. right back. Aha, a conveyor belt. Did my mic move whilst I was gone? I think it did. Okay, so now we're back to doing some puzzling. What's the light for? I vote we call Santa Dee because he likes to go, ooh, what does this button do? You know, Ace is right. It does look like a cross section of a mushroom. Right, you. What's over here? Oh god. There are no words. Also, are you sure my fans are ridiculously loud? Because, like, when I'm not talking, like, the noise is pretty high. Oh well, there's nothing I can do about them. We're gonna have to pulley weight somebody up somewhere. Of course it isn't. That would be so stupid. Okay. I need to figure out a way to deal with that. I mean, especially if streaming is just going to become a normal thing for me. I like it way more than, like, actually doing Let's Plays because it's a lot less, you know... I don't have to edit, basically. Oh, you mean like you're only noticing them when I mention them the same way that you only notice your nose when you sometimes just randomly remember that you have one. And now you can see your nose in your line of vision and you're like, God damn it, Harriet, why are you doing this to me? This is so dumb. My money is we have to insert 3 things that make the overall shape. Who's with me? That's not true. He's also a voice. Oh god, what dumb thing is he gonna say now? Are you a photographer? That would make sense. You do dress like an idiot. And if there's one thing I know about photographers, is that they have a suspect sense of style. Oh, what's that? He clearly doesn't, though. And before you go, well, you don't know that. I do know that because he clearly has a thing for June, who may or may not be about to betray him. And he called Snake Prince when he didn't know his name, or at least his code name. So I'm saying he wants to stick 3 things to make it an overall shape into Snake. Or at least he would if Snake wasn't 3 separate things right now. Let me just check that one. Okay, so we have a bronze, a silver, and a gold. Oh, hey, pulley. What is this? What does it mean? What does it all mean? And there's cloth bags. And there's the gold. There's a silver one right there. Barrels. Ah. He is way more than 3 separate things right now. He's... Oh god, he's just... Why did I even start this line of thinking? It's my own fault. What's up here? Ooh, hello. Can we move this one? Okay, we can't move any of these. The only brute forcing that has worked has been literally programming, which makes me wonder if there was another way to work out that password, because if we didn't have Lotus with us, we would have had to do it that way. Okay. Oh, we can go up again. Okay, that's something. What about you? Oh, this is new. Okay. Well, at least we have an idea what we're actually looking for now. So that's valuable, right? Although, it was the door that she wanted to go through. So I think we may never have actually had to have used it, you know? Well, now we can use it on the other one. On C-door. Well, through C-door at least. That's what I say. Alright, let's turn this wheel and see what we're getting. Oh, my sister's just texted me. Hang on, let me just text her back. streaming right now. I'll get back to you. Okay. No, my real life sister, not Uraka, not my wife, or that woman I sent off to marry at Saxon, and I've literally no idea what happened to her after the Normans took England.
I believe the box has reached the floor.
Yeah. June's down over by there.
She doesn't seem to be in.
Well, of course not. She's not gonna just get...
What could be causing this, I wonder? Illness, perhaps?
Nah, it's gotta be exhaustion. She gets dropped into some weird-ass ship, forced to play some messed-up game. Think about it, it's a lot weirder that we aren't freaking out just like her, you know?
So you're saying we're abnormal?
Yeah, we're just running around this room, solving all these puzzles like it's just business as usual. How the hell could you call that normal?
I mean, this guy's obviously played Myst, so it's pretty normal for him, surely.
We're just guinea pigs.
A guinea pig? You mean like a lab rat?
They mean the same thing.
You mean we're being used for some sort of experiment? Is that what you're saying?
Dunno. But it does seem like a possibility, you know? You know, speaking of experiments, there was this experiment some scientists did with rats.
Okay. What experiment do we think he's going to start talking about? Do you think it's going to be the Mouse Utopia? Do you think it's going to be... Did Milgram ever do anything with rats? Like the one where they shocked them into being afraid of food? Yeah, I mean, I don't know why people would think you're a furry apart from the fact that you keep bringing it up.
First, they took a squarish C-shaped tank and filled it with enough water.
Oh, okay, I don't know this one.
The tank has 2 exits. Just to make it easy, we'll call one A and the other B. Exit A is pitch black, so dark even a rat can't see anything.
I'd like to point out this is the guy who keeps banging on about how little time they have left.
But exit B is electrified, which means the rat can't leave through it. So, what would a rat do if it was put in this situation? Which exit would the rat choose?
B, of course. The rat has no way of knowing that exit B is electrified.
Exactly. The rat goes to exit B. Of course, like I said, it's electrified.
So I don't just go through my day and suddenly think, damn, Doug's a furry. No, you keep bringing it up.
Which means the rat can't get out that way.
Methinks the lady doth protest too much.
So, after a lot of trial and error, the rat finally finds exit A.
I can't say that's very interesting or relevant. It's simply the story of a laboratory experiment.
You're right. It isn't very interesting. Yet. See, these scientists repeated this experiment over and over, using hundreds of different rats over several generations. This produced some surprising results. With each generation, the rats took less time to find the correct exit. Eventually, a rat was put in the tank who instantly chose exit A without even attempting to go to exit B. But that wasn't the most impressive part. The same experiment was conducted in another laboratory, far from the original one, with the same results.
That's how a good experiment goes.
No, on second thought, the results weren't really the same. The rats in this second experiment began the trials with significantly faster times than the first rats in the initial one. These rats weren't related to the others and had never even come in contact with them. And yet, they all easily found their way to exit A as though they already knew.
Yeah, I don't though. I don't go around randomly thinking if you're a furry. And I'm not a furry.
Telepathy?
And Glory's not a furry. You're just projecting.
They were passing information to one another through some undetectable medium?
If they were doing that, how come rats still die to traps and poison all of the fucking time?
How the hell would I know? I'm not any kind of scientist. I don't know what made him do that. But I do know that story's true. If you've got another explanation, I'd sure love to hear it.
To Google. So where is Google? It's just disappeared off of my home screen. C-shape tank rat experiment. Two exits. I'd be very happy if one of you guys could look this up for me so I don't have to stop the fucking... Oh no, hang on. Yeah, no, this is a real experiment. I'm just gonna... I'll pop it in the chat, so... Just quickly. If anybody wants to look at it, whether during the now or at some point in the future. I don't really have time to look into it right now, but I did find it. It is a real experiment. He's telling the truth.
Come on, let's get going. There's still a lot here we haven't checked out. And we gotta get the hell out of here before June passes out.
Hey, wait. There's something I want to ask you.
What?
Say it in the stream chat. Don't say it in Discord. Just because I put the link in Discord so I could put it in the chat. Because I was looking this up on my phone.
Huh? Well, I mean, it seems like you could conduct the same experiment without the water. They could have just used a dry box, you know? If they needed to motivate the rats to escape, they could have, you know, put some bait by exit B or something. Do they really have to make it so the rats can drown?
You know, the word emergency comes from the same root as the word emerge.
Also, it was like the 1920s and this was the shit they did back then.
You ever think about that?
Huh?
Well, an emergency is something urgent, often something dangerous. And to emerge means to sort of come out, or appear, or rise out of something else. So what's going to emerge in an emergency? Inspiration.
Inspiration?
Yeah. Think about it. When the chips are down, either you crack or your mind focuses and pulls up what you need.
So in an emergency, your real potential emerges. Is that what you're saying?
I want to know what this line was in Japanese.
Yeah. That's why the rats had to drown. They had to be in danger. There had to be an emergency for inspiration to emerge.
Oh.
Why is it BAC? That seems really odd. anybody with me on that? That seems really odd. Oh, shit, I went too far. Oh, is that it? Oh, sweet, a control panel for something. But for what? Oh, I know where it goes. Never mind. What is it about the experiment you don't buy, bro? Ace is also a DD. Oh dear God, what's going to place AI? Kazutaka Kodaka's new game comes out in June. Wait, is he the Danganronpa guy or is he this guy? I don't think that's the point that they were trying to make. Okay, I have some coal. What do you want me to do with it? I mean, they're different rats. Some of them could just be smarter. You say that like I knew their names. Okay, that'll be fun. I don't want to be Santa. Don't make me Santa. Alright, so I can't open these. But you got it. Because apparently these doors just don't count. I love having my time wasted. Definitely feels like a fun experience for me. Wait, how do I get down? Is there a way down? I don't think there is. Okay, here's a random question for you. Did your school have like a bunch of ladders stuck to the wall in the hall or the gym? I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. And you've thrown me off my train of thought again. Bro. Oh yeah, smarter rats. I mean, they could just be smarter rats. We don't know that there's anything going on. I can't... What doors do you want me to throw stuff in? Oh, these ones. I don't know. Yeah, that's how steam engines work. I mean, why didn't we just say this out loud instead of doing what we did? Damn, my ear itches something rotten. Doesn't she need to contribute though? She's supposed to contribute. Oh, it must be that thing on the wall that didn't seem to do anything. Let's check it out. Oh! I called it. I'll have that. And that. And I'll have that one too. Thanks, bro. And up we go. Oh yeah, shit, wrong way. Damn, my bad. Wait, wasn't it through B door? I think it was through B door. I can't go through B door. Oh shit, how am I supposed to get there then? Bum! I didn't think this through. Oh, it's these stairs. When the disc is clicked, it will rotate a certain amount. When the white arrow is clicked, the discs are switched. Please note that when the discs are switched, the angles for the discs are reset. No, I like that one even less. Yeah, I did it. Sweet. I'm not fancying June's chances here.
Yes!
All right, Junpei. Santa and I will keep it.
Why do we need to do... Even if it shuts, we know...
Well, I suppose then. Shall all three of us go and collect?
Nah, I'm cool.
So are you only interested in being contrary?
Alright, I'll go get...
Is she gone?
Oh, Jumpy.
Oh no, she's still here.
Yes.
sure you're all right?
He touched her face.
Oh, you're such a warrior, Jumpy. Oops, I mean, warrior.
All right, let's go.
Go where?
Oh, right. We got the exit open.
Great. Oh, it's
Santa? What are you looking at?
It's a photo. It's my sister.
sister.
Is this really time for backstory?
Yeah. Kid was cute as a button.
She was only about an inch taller? Oh, sorry. I guess an inch is a little large for a button. Probably more like a half inch. Sorry.
Why are you looking at it?
Unless her Santa Claus.
Wait, what?
We didn't have parents. They bought it in an accident when we were still kids.
Oh.
So I had to be like her dad.
Was it a car accident?
And that meant that I bought her Christmas presents every year. Christmas Eve, I'd leave the present next to her pillow. The next morning, she'd come running into my room with this big smile.
Why are you telling us
Look,
this now?
Santa left me a present. He got me that doll I really wanted. I'm so glad he got my letter. She was always so excited. I was the one who told her to write those letters. I'd say, write down something you want and mail it to Santa. The address I gave her was somewhere in Northern Europe that doesn't exist. Anyway, she'd write the letter and stamp it and send it out.
You know, you can literally write letters to Lapland, right? Like, it's a real place. They have, like, post and everything there.
And then a few days later, it'd show up back in her mailbox marked address unknown. I'd open the letters before she figured out they'd been sent back. Once I had the letter, I'd go around to a couple stores with some money I'd saved up over the year and buy her the stuff she'd asked for. It took a lot of saving, but I managed to buy her presents every year.
Huh.
But one year, the letter was different. She didn't write a list of toys she wanted or anything like that. Instead, it said, I don't want any presents this year. Instead, I want you to make my wish come true. My wish is that we'll be happy like this for a really, really long time. That was it. Nothing else. But I couldn't make that wish come true. Some Santa I am.
What happened?
She died. She was killed 9 years ago. All right, let's go.
Huh?
Hey, what are you two doing? Let's get moving, come on.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Finally.
Sorry we took so long. Let's go. Is this a warehouse?
Well, it would be a storeroom because it's not a house, is it?
No, I believe this is the cargo room. This must be where they store all of this vessel's freight.
Wooden crates everywhere. I wonder how old they are.
Yeah, it does trend towards Mortal Kombat. The losers get infected with COVID-19.
Well, probably ought to start with finding the exit, right? Let's get going.
Oh, we're actually coming up to the end. I'll finish this puzzle and then we'll leave it there. Although I suspect the next stream should be the last. I mean, unless somebody desperately wants me to do the other endings, we'll just move straight onto the second game. What are you? Okay. Why does it have his face on it? What is going on? like Junpei. He's kind of a shit. I love him. Did you just call me a pussy? Fuck off, Santa. Oh, it's electrified. Good thing you checked. Actually, it is, isn't it? Is it? Let me see if I can find another one. Alright, let's keep going. Nine. What's this? Alright, so we don't have any items that will fit in those jacks. We just have trading cards of varying people in the group. Some of whom are dead. So I didn't check the top, did I? Okay. I don't have enough. You need like, is it at least 40 cards or 40 cards to play Yu-Gi-Oh? Oh, we got another bag. Let me just check this one. It sounds a bit different. Maybe they did something to it. Oh my god! Too soon, bro. We only died like 3 hours ago. No, I don't think it is the same. It sounds a bit different. Although I can't really put my finger on how. Who are we missing? We're missing one person. Okay, so that's... We have Ace. I mean, I think we have Ace. I can't... Oh, there he is. He's on the other side. Ace. Snake, Santa, Clover, Junpei, June. 7... Oh no, that is 9. Why did I think we were missing somebody?
Now we finally have all 9 picture cards. We just need to insert these cards into the slots at the front of each box.
You know which card goes in which box, yes?
Yeah, of course I do. You just match our numbers to the numbers, then you pop the corresponding card in the right box. So for instance, the card with the picture of Snake.
Oh,
Huh? What is it? Hey, June, are you okay? I'm sorry, I got it. You finished the box. Just put the cards in the boxes. I'm counting on you. Are you all right? What happened?
Can you stand?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm fine. I just tripped.
Don't give me that. Now is not the time.
But it's true. I tripped over a box.
Just let me see for a sec.
Huh.
You're still warm.
I saw her fall. I think she really did just trip on something, you know? Still, to fall down. I think she's probably still a little messed up.
Oh, shit. Lotus mentioned sight blindness and the thing with face blindness, right? And we had a blind guy, so maybe we have a face blind guy too.
All right, well, let's
Ace might not be able to tell the difference between them.
do a hospital.
Oh, I don't think it's anything that serious. I just need a little medicine and some sleep.
Okay, I don't get this when they say in Japanese media, I just need some medicine. What medicine? Medicine isn't a general vague thing like it is in video games. You need specific medicines for specific problems. Do you mean just like a painkiller, like some ibuprofen or what?
Medicine. Medicine. Well, we could get in touch with anyone outside. I'll bet Ace could swing that for you easy.
Ace? Why?
Huh? Don't you know? He's the president of a pharmaceutical company.
How do you know that?
Cradle Pharmaceuticals is the name, I think. Their flagship product is an anesthetic drug called Soparil.
That it does explain why he knew what the drug was.
Soparil. I've heard of that before somewhere.
Soparil. It's an anesthetic that's a gas at room temperature. A lot like how nitrous oxide is. It takes only a few seconds to spread, and even a small amount is very effective.
I mean, I just need a green herb. Yeah, that is how she's acting. No, if people with face blindness have a tendency towards psychopathy, that would kind of make sense because it might be it's probably fairly difficult to empathize with people when you can't identify them by their most identifiable feature, which is always someone's face. That's why we naturally suspect people who cover their faces regardless of what the reason is.
A bunch
Well,
of
that
countries
and
quickly
you can't read their
accepted
expressions
widespread use
or their
by the
lips.
police and military forces. It was an effective crowd suppressant and room clearer. It was practical, ethical, and the humane nature of it made it the ideal drug. It's been around for about 6 years. They developed it from the extracts of several different roots.
Ah, probably including green herb.
It became popular almost as soon as it was made public, with many governments placing large orders. Demand for Soparil skyrocketed. And of course, that meant Cradle Pharmaceuticals stock did too.
Why do you know all of this?
I heard it from the old man himself.
From Ace? When?
By the number 4 door at the central stairway, when we were searching the second-class room. Remember how Snake, 7, and you went to door 5? It was back then. I asked him what he did for a living, and he said he ran his own company. After that, we just started talking, and I guess it just came up.
Okay, so he won't tell you his name, but he will tell you that he's the CEO of a very, very successful pharmaceutical company.
Are you worried about something?
No, nothing. What the hell is he doing? June, don't push yourself, alright?
Yes.
Santa, could you take care of her? I'll go check on Ace. Looks like he's having trouble.
Sure.
What are you doing? What happened?
Nothing. My vision has gotten rather blurry, I think, because of fatigue. I can't see very well.
What can't you see well?
These pictures. I don't care to admit it. I may be developing presbyopia. Growing old is a difficult thing. At any rate, I need the rest of you. I'm feeling awfully tired, so if you don't mind, I'd like to rest for a minute.
I've been simply looking at cards that have tired him out. What if it wasn't? What had made him so uncomfortable?
Prosopagnosia. Well, it's simple. It means a condition where the mind can't distinguish between faces. In other words, my face would look the same as Clover's or even yours. So they can't remember faces, which is how most people recognize each other. That means that people with prosopagnosia have trouble recognizing even people they're close to.
Maybe he's got Rosa Pignosia?
Yeah, but I'd like to point out you're all wearing exactly the same clothes in these pictures, and you all have very different hair. Like, you're all easily distinguishable outside of your faces. Especially Clover. Why didn't he just open Clover's box? She's the only person in this group with pink hair. In fact, Santa too. And Lotus. Like, they're really, really easy to distinguish. But then again, I guess he couldn't justify knowing the difference between some of them and not knowing the difference between others.
Well, looks depressed enough to have it. Oh well. Time to solve the 9 boxes puzzle. Ace's card is in box 1, Snake. I just need to do the same for the rest. And finally, the 9. Yeah! Oh, they opened! What the? 9 pins? I guess I'll take them with me.
Okay. I kind of feel like the purpose of that was to just out Ace. Plot twist, he also has hair blindness. Yeah, that'd do it. And he's just not into fashion, so he doesn't recognise what people are wearing. Oh god. Oh god, not again. Did I accidentally buy an edutainment game without realising it? Because that's what it feels like. Okay. This is going to be fun. And by fun I mean tedious and boring. So... 7, 3, 1. And... 2, 4, 6. Yeah. If you want to suggest any to, you know, speed this up a little bit, because mental maths has literally never been my forte, even when they used to make us do it like every single week, or at least it might have been every single day when I was in primary school. Fucking numeracy hour. Believe it or not, I actually really hated literacy hour when I was in primary school, but I think that's because of my undiagnosed dyslexia. No, I just asked you if you could figure out, if you felt like figuring out some of these things so I didn't have to do them all myself. Now you've thrown me off. Oh yeah. Shit, I did it wrong. Shit. Oh right, because I'm an idiot. That's why. Alright. Ugh. Ugh. Is 13, so okay, I fixed that problem. For 5 I need 14, so that would be 'Yeah, I need 7, don't I? 8, I need 17, so that would be 9 plus... No, I'll do 7. I think I can do 9 plus 3 plus 4 is 16, right? Yeah, so I can do 6. Okay, so the real question is, how I've done this, can I actually do these two at the same time? So I need 15 and 17. I'm going to do 17 first. Nine plus 6 plus 2 would be 17. And then hang on. God, I'm so bad at this. 9 plus 6 plus 2 plus 17. 17, not 14, Harriet. So for 15 I'd need 8 plus 3 plus 9. 8 plus 4 plus 5? Yeah, 8 plus 4 plus 5. I think. We'll try it. And 9 plus 6 plus 2. Wait, that wasn't right. Oh no, that's 15. How did it did not... What? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's 17. So plus 1 is 8. And then 8 plus 4 is 12 plus... Oh, that's 17. I did it wrong. Yeah, 8 plus 3 is 11 plus 4 is... I'm an idiot. God damn, I'm an idiot. I never said that maths was your thing. I just said it wasn't mine. And, like, there are technically 2 of you in this chat. Okay, I did it. F's in the chat, guys. F's in the chat. I mean, arguably I should have said that when Snake died, but I was too busy going, Snake! F means pay respects, Santa. This isn't going to work, but I think you need to get it wrong to figure out what it wants you to do. I really do need to meet that F relief I was thinking about a while ago. I'll finish the L first, but then I really should like start on the F one because that's a bit of fun. Oh, okay. What? Okay, like, how do you want me to make 15? I don't understand. Oh, do I have to... Oh, I was half right. This is a Sudoku puzzle. Hang on, let me... It seems weird that this wouldn't come up, you know? I have this, so I might as well use it. That's 5 already. You can't add anything to that to make it 15. And that's not right either. Hmm. Plus 2 plus... No. Yeah, I think this is a Sudoku puzzle, but you've got to add everything up to 15. And oh god, this isn't an edutainment game. Just an edutainment game with murdering blind guys in it. So what do you think? Do you think everybody has some kind of like brain problem and that's why they're all in this? So... Ace has he has face blindness. Snake has sight blindness. 7 has amnesia. June might have narcolepsy? That would explain why she keeps just passing out. But I don't know if narcolepsy gives you... There's diagonals probably as well, actually. I don't think narcolepsy gives you fevers, though. Oh, maybe Lotus has anger management problems. I don't know. I mean, something's going on here. And some of these people do seem to have genuine brain disorders. We'll see, we'll see. But aphasia got brought up and nobody has that. So maybe not. I'm going to start in the middle. What's next? That's 4. Oh, that can't be right because then I need 11. Shit. Hang on, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put 5 in the middle, right? Because then I can put 1, 9 here. And that's 15. Then let's just say argument put 2 and 8 here. And that's 15. Then we'll put 7 and 3 and where does that leave us? Oh, I can't put them that way around because then that's 2 evens and I don't have an odd left. Okay. I think I've got it. Just, I need to do some mild thinking. No, wait. That's just too much. That's still fine. Maybe if I move these 2 around. And then, yeah, so 6 and 4, right? Nope, that didn't work. And 3 and then 7 and 4. Hang on, I'm gonna clear it all out. Alright, so I'm certain 5's in the middle, right? Because we can make 10s around it. That makes sense. Because the only thing we can make 10 with a 5 is a 5. So 5 has to go in the middle. At this point, it's kind of arbitrary. We can put any combo that makes 10 here in any way we want to. It doesn't really matter. So I'm going to start with 1 and 9. Now this is where it starts getting complicated, where we have to start thinking about where we're putting things. Well, what's a good thing to make 15 with 9? That would be, what? 2 and 4? And they have to be opposited by the thing that makes 10. So 6 and 4 respectively. Yeah, and that adds up to make 15. And that adds up to make 15. So the question is, what goes where? 7 goes where and 3 goes where? So it's got to be here for 7 and here for 3. Yes! I was never good at explaining my working. Pushmaster 5000. It's Tetris time. Okay. I don't know what I hate more, maths puzzles or puzzles like these. When the square adjacent to the push past to 5000 is clicked, the push past to 5000 will move to that square. If there's a crate in the way, the push past to 5000 will push up to a single crate. Move the crates appropriately and efficiently and fill the yellow areas. Yeah, I can hate both. I do hate both. Okay. Let's try. No, I fucked that up. I never accused anyone of being a furry. Doug said that I was a furry because I kept saying that he brought up him being a furry. And then he said that you were a furry as well. And I was like, neither of us are furries though. And he was just like, how dare you? He'd already brought furrydom up by this point. I think I've already fucked this up, to be fair. Yeah, I have. Okay. No, I've done it again. I have to do that. Like, I don't have a choice, right? But then what? Oh, I think I get it. So then I push that. And then... that's not gonna work. Shit. God, I'm bad at this. Okay, so I can't... I think I've got it now. In theory. Just get back around in 15 moves. Oh god, I'm cutting it fine. Hey, I did it! Oh, sure. I never find things like instructions. No, I don't want to do that. No. I wonder what's inside.
Mommy. Just kidding.
Fuck you, Santa.
Whatever. Just don't.
Okay, okay.
A small key and gun?
A gun!
Yeah, revolver.
Looks pretty old.
He thinks this guy likes revolvers.
I wonder if this is a replica.
This is... Are these real bullets? If this is real...
We're not gonna take it?
Of course not. All something like this is going to do is cause more trouble. It's a powerful weapon that gives one person a huge advantage. Something like that would be way too dangerous to have.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Maybe Zero put this gun here, hoping that something like that might happen. In other words, maybe he put it here to make us fight each other.
In that case, we should most certainly leave it here. I, for one, have no desire to let Zero control me.
Me neither.
Okay, we've got that figured out.
Of course not.
I don't trust any of these motherfuckers not to have picked this gun up. It's a surprise tool that will help us later. It's probably plated. Things like that usually were plated.
Long hallway, huh?
Well, this was a fun adventure. It's been 3 hours and 20 minutes, so we're at 6 hours altogether. Well, a little over 6 hours altogether. So we'll continue this story later. Probably, like, when are you planning your next stream, bruh? Because it's, what day is it today? It's Wednesday today. Because I want to do this after you've done the next AI stream. Bro. Okay, alright, well, whenever it is, I'll do this after that, so it will be in the next couple of days either way. So, I'll see you all then. I won't be doing Crusader Kings because it's really late and I'm really not in the mood, especially after what happened last time, but we'll get back to that at some point, don't worry about it. We will see King Alfonso VI of Leon and Castile to the end. We'll see what happens with his son, and if I can be bothered to keep going. Or if I'm going to just buy Sunset Invasion and to start my Aztecs v Vikings plan, which is gonna be fun. You do know there's a delay, right? And I can't just like sit here for 5 minutes in complete silence waiting for a reply. I don't know how long the delay is. I'm not psychic. Anyway, I'll see you all next time, whenever that may be.